Good morning, it is Friday. Now it may be Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve if you celebrate. However, it's Friday, which is more important for me, because that means it's time for this week's New Music Friyay. Now, why are we starting in a somber mood? Because this song, Heart of the Child, is by Eric Clapton, and it's very somber. And for the first 1 minute and 35 seconds, I thought it was an instrumental with the images of Banksy's artwork going along the screen. It's not bad, it's very typical Eric Clapton, it's emotive, it's interesting, and it's nice. It's a nice place to start. It's not so much a happy, festive place to start, but it's a good place to start. So, happy Merry Eve of whatever you celebrate. I'm X2E, let's see what's coming next on New Music Friday. Hey! A little bit less somber for the next track up on New Music Friday. It is, of course, Epica! Abyss of Time, Countdown, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? It's one of the best, and it's live. So, again, I don't tend to listen to live music in the car. It's a distraction. But, this is a good one. And an exception to that rule. Enjoy! Epica! Ooh, hey, I'm on top of a mountain. On the mountaintop I can see for miles. Or I can see the pub from here. Or I can see a god. Now, I don't know whether I should be worrying, because this is the second New Music Friday that this artist has appeared. I said about it last time, it was the most interesting faith music I've heard in some time. And I will second that. Again, I will say it again. For a faith-based artist, it is truly unique. It's not in your face, and he does take you on a journey. Now, whether he believes that journey at the end of it is to God, that's up to him. But it is a definite musical journey and a great path to be on, regardless of whether it's faith-based or not. It's music, and I like it. So, Reinhard Burr, well played. From something very new to something very old. Here we have the London Symphony Orchestra once again, cashing in time for Christmas, and as I've mentioned before, who can blame them? Because, you know, live music was in the shitter, and they need to pay for their symphony, and their space, and everything else. They're doing so this Christmas by making sure they have as many albums out for you to purchase and download, and I don't blame them. This isn't one of my favourite pieces, but it's done exquisitely well, as you would have expected. So, after my rant last week on how classical music needs to stop alienating you listeners by being so fuddy-duddy, this is counter to the argument. This is fuddy-duddy. But, if you like classical, you'll like this. Enjoy. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of, what is it? Celebrity, no. What are they? Talent shows, yes. You know, things like American Idol and X Factor and things like that. In fact, I think X Factor is being slashed now, isn't it? It's now just Britain's Got Talent. But I do follow music, so you do come across contestants from that genre. When I did see snippets of Raksu way back when, I knew that they were destined to be stars. They are freaking awesome. They really are. I'm not ashamed to say it. They are good. I knew they'd be good. I didn't believe they needed X Factor. They came on there with talent, and they would have made it either way. This is case point. They are freaking awesome. Yeah, there you go. Raksu, woman. Now, when they announced on their Instagram that they were planning to work on a Christmas track, I got excited. Because who wouldn't get excited when Malika Brothers decide to do something original? And here we have it. It's their version of a Christmas song. It's more like a Christmas opera, a Christmas nativity play with attitude. It's the Malika Brothers and Anthony Vincent. They won't get to Christmas #1, but it will get played every Christmas in my household. Well done! I am so happy you did this. Merry Christmas. Well, we're back to fuddy-duddy. From fun to fuddy-duddy. It's Anton Bruckner, the Berliner Philharmoniker Pavor. I'm guessing this is the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra doing the same thing as the London Symphony Orchestra and trying to reclaim some cash after a shit year of a pandemic. Don't blame them either. But maybe these orchestras should all get together and do something a little bit more fun instead of fuddy-duddy. Take the classical pieces, arrange them, maybe work with someone like French Fuse. Yeah, that would be interesting. Less fuddy-duddy, more fun. Well, it's glad to see Ed Sheeran going back to his roots and giving a cameo act on someone else's work. Here we have Fireboy DML and Ed Sheeran. Fireboy DML. Hang on a minute. Afro Life, apparently, because Fireboy DML does cross many genres, but he prefers to label himself as Afro Life music. I just call it music, and it's fun. It's didn't need Ed Sheeran, but it's going to add to the track, no doubt, indeed. But yeah, Fireboy, you didn't need Ed. I think Ed needs you more than you need him. Anyway, happy Christmas. Well, did not expect to see 2 Unlimited in New Music Friday with something new. Must be Christmas. It is. It's Christmas Eve. Here they are with Robbie Rivera, who's done some fantastic remix with the likes of Erasure and Deadman's 5. And here we have 2 Unlimited in New Music Friday. No. I don't believe it. Well, here's something new for New Music Friday, which isn't a surprise because the whole idea of New Music Friday is to have new music in New Music Friday. So, no surprise, new music in New Music Friday. It's Nathan Hartino. He's multifaceted, multi-talented and multi-skilled. And here he is working with Marina, giving him a remix of one of their tracks. It's nice. That's all I have to say about it. It's nice. And I will add a follow on Spotify so I can hear other things up and coming from this artist. Well done. I was mightily impressed last week when I heard one of their tracks in New Music Friday. I was like, yeah, this is fresh. I like this. And here we are again. The second track in the second week of New Music Friday. It's called Ishaz. It's by Fat Cash Music, De Las Jeffers and Jean Carl. Yeah, definitely worth the listen. Definitely. Getting put into the light for the in-car massive playlist. Enjoy. I hope this isn't a recurring theme for this week's New Music Friday, where we go from fun to fuddy-duddy. And the reason I mention fuddy-duddy again is because what we have here is Luke 7305. I just don't know. They really are keeping the classical into fuddy-duddy, and as I mentioned last week, there's a lot better classical renditions and there's a lot greater music out there. They do this really well. They really do well, and some of them have trained for years to do it really well. But no, I'm a strong believer that classical music is awesome, but it doesn't have to be such a gatekept affair. You know what I mean? No. Sorry. No. Love them, love him, or loathe him. Justin Bieber knows how to stay relevant. Surprisingly so for a young musician to grow into an adult musician and still remain on point with who he works with and what he releases. So, admire him for that. I mean, it's not hard to see how he does it. It's just surprising. I mean, because here we are, he's working with Juicy WRLD. This guy worked with Post Malone, and it's like 38th on Spotify most listened. So that's how Justin Bieber managed to do it. Fair play. It's an average track. Well, it's an actual pop track, isn't it? Because it is. It's unoffensive on every level, but can appeal to so many people. So yeah, it's not the greatest track in the world, but it's not bad, and you will listen to it. Here's Baze with Muzz and Rise and Brenda. Yeah, Baze is an up and comer, definitely up and coming. Possible future star material, but I think they're already shining bright working with the likes of Maze, Muzz, Maze, Baze. Oh, see, a lot of Z's. It gets stuck in your throat. This is a bit. It's like being stuck in neutral. It's not bad. Don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. Okay, I learnt my lesson after last week. Snoop Dogg, this album is awesome. It's great. It's great. It's good stuff. However, for some reason I got the sound taken off for copyright because people might think I'm Snoop Dogg. I don't know. It wouldn't be a New Music Friday without Snoop Dogg or Ed Sheeran, and this week we get both in the lineup. This album here is definitely going back to Murder with Case roots, definitely going around to Def Jam recordings of classic stuff. It's good. It's worth a listen. Yeah, I'm doing it quickly, I think, because I don't want to get the sound missing, because I want to listen to music. That's what it is. I hate not listening to music. I'm at the top of a sand dune now. Awesome! I've been very high this morning. Anyhow, here we have Eminence's Western and Testing Alamona Steel. This is going to be an interesting one because will it feature on Monster Cat Silk or will it feature on Monster Cat Call of the Wild this week? I guess I'll find out when I listen to Monster Cat Silk later on. But it's awesome. So yeah, yes, definitely awesome. Well, this is somber, but that's not their fault because it is an actual somber piece of music, and unlike the last classical one that came up, this can be fuddy-duddy. That's fine. I'm okay with this being fuddy-duddy. This is a somber piece and for somber times. So yeah, enjoy. Or what's the opposite to enjoy? Contemplate whilst listening to this. Oh, this is a beautiful throwback to the album that was one of the most listened to of 1994 for me. 1994. This is beautiful. It's Arrested Development. This is a lot better than the stuff they brought out last year. This is, oh, yes. Yes. Definitely going to be played a lot, this album. Yes. Just yes. You know, I use this channel to talk about music and all music. Yeah, just music in general. I do like to feature future stars, and Sunny Guitarism and Traveling Troy here, trust me, I featured some truly amazing artists in the Future Star series, but these, I'll be talking about these in what, 10, 20 years time. They're going to make waves, so help. If you know me, you know I'm a huge Levelers fan. So much so that one of the bands that I've seen the most live, and I've seen a lot of live acts, but this is one I will always go and see whenever I get a chance. The lockdown sessions for them, some good, some bad in the music they released. One Way was terribly flat. This is an surprisingly great version of this song. I'm glad lockdown was coming to an end, but it's not. It might come back, but it did. In the street break in between lockdowns, I did get to see them this year, and I continue to follow Levelers, so I suggest you do too. Enjoy. Pretty sure I said last week that this artist has a iconic voice, and here is further proof. I mean, just listen. Does it get any better than that? Well, some people might argue and say yes. I think this is a voice we're going to be here for many years to come. Beautiful. Well, that was a big jump in genres, wasn't it? From iconic voices to loud voices. Black Label Society, Forsaken, another one from that album just released. It's good! It's metal. Enjoy. Here's an interesting fusion for you. Stro Elliott featuring James Brown from the album Black and Loud. Machine Make No Sex. I'm just getting... Sorry, this is... Yeah. See? Almost left speechless getting tagged along on the... Yes! Yes! Here's Alcock featuring my second favourite wizard of all time, Steve Aoki. Yeah, see? Anything he touches just turns into magic. Enjoy, because I am. Alrighty, Roo, that was New Music Friday wrapped up for this Christmas Eve 2021. Now, I'm glad we can end on Monster Cat Silk Showcase, this week's episode 626, because there was a shortage of Monster Cat Silk last week, because we figured they'd be working on their 2021 highlights, and indeed we have it here. Starting off with where it all began for Monster Cat Silk this year with Shingo Nakamura. It's been a great year for Silk Showcases, but it's also been a great New Music Friday and a great year for New Music Friday. So thank you if you followed me for some time, and if you haven't, share it and share the wealth, share the happiness, share the festive spirit. Let's see if we can get enough followers to go live, because I really would love to do a live version of New Music Friday. Now, what was your favourite this week from the New Music lineup? Was it the wonderful voice of Rowena? Because that voice is amazing. Or was it Arrested Development? Because they were my two favourites from this week. Also, Raksu was a left field happiness. That was good choice. So, what was your favourite? Leave a comment, let me know. Yeah, great week, great year. Let's hope, well, it wasn't really a great year, was it? It's not a bad year from my perspective. I'll see you next week. New Music Friday. Good times.